I'm going to do a little woodwork. Here, let me just assemble this device. Sort of a T shape and little piece of silicone on the top. And you know what we now have? We have a device for belly button therapy. What do you do with it? Well, it's not hard to figure out because we can unfold the instructions and there you go. You just insert it into the belly button and you massage. Why? Because it cures everything, including anxiety, including stress. Didn't do that to me. What's all this about? Well, I decided that over a week I would purchase some items that were flagged for me by the very clever algorithms on Google and on Amazon. Because, I look for alternative medicine, I look for homeopathy, I look for quackery. These are some of the items that I was urged to buy. For example, hydrogenated water, I was told, because hydrogen is a great antioxidant and we want antioxidants in our body. So here was one device. It is the hydrogen-rich water stick. No, it doesn't contain any water. Here's the stick. It has little bits of magnesium in it. And when you put magnesium in a glass of water, it should generate a tiny amount of hydrogen. Magnesium does react with water to form hydrogen. I wasn't able to detect any bubbles. In any case, it really wouldn't matter because hydrogen is virtually insoluble in water, so drinking hydrogenated water would make no sense. That was a relatively cheap device compared to this gizmo here, which is electronic. It's an electronic water ionizer, they call it. Well, all it is really is an electrolysis gimmick. And it takes water, breaks it down into hydrogen and oxygen. If you're lucky, you'll see a few bubbles. I wasn't that lucky. And anyway, they tell you that if you drink that water, you will be energized. Makes no sense because I said hydrogen is not soluble in water. I was also told that water infused with crystal energy would be a solution to all kinds of health problems. Why? Because the crystal transmits its energy to the water. Kind of a stretch given the fact that crystals don't have any energy to transmit. But very pretty crystal, I must say. Also, there was the Tibetan singing bowl. And this supposedly has a calming effect, anti-anxiety effect. And when you do this properly, it does indeed generate sort of an interesting sound. But I wasn't so keen on that sound, so I tried another gizmo, or pair of gizmos. They told me that I should be playing with my balls. And what you do with these Chinese balls is you rotate them in your hand because that then stimulates your acupuncture points. And that, of course, has all kinds of beneficial effects. Well, finally, after all of this, I thought, I really needed some settling down. Get rid of all of the anxiety that was provoked by these things. So that was provided as well with the Polar Aid. What is the Polar Aid? Here is the Polar Aid. The Polar Aid is a plastic disc that looks like a coaster. In fact, it could serve as a coaster. I was told that just for a little money, $100, I could realign my chakras. How do you do that? Chakras are supposed energy points in the body. So you try to realign your chakras. And after you realign your chakras, what you do with this disc? Well, you can use it to energize your water. It says so right on, at least it's pictured right here. You can do that. It also makes your plants grow if you put your plants on top of it. Well, I'm a bit skeptical about that, but it's a plastic disc, so maybe it will do something for my plastic plant. Interesting. And after you have realigned your chakras, what do you do with this? In order to maintain your health, you sit on it for 30 minutes every day. You know what? That gives me a big pain in the butt.